Hello, I'm Henry DeVillers, Product Specialist for ISBI Armoring. In this video, we're going to show you how to install glass, specifically the windshield, into a patrol car. ISBI Armoring manufactures ballistic windshields and ballistic side glass, and we offer armoring packages for law enforcement vehicles in North America. This video is specifically designed for a customer in research and planning or someone that's in charge at a police department and wants to get a basic understanding of armoring a vehicle, specifically in this video, the windshield. Also, this video is a great video for upfitters that wants to look at what's involved in this process, or a fleet manager to see what's going to be done to his vehicle, how are they going to be cutting, what modifications, anything like that that he might find important to know what is going to be done to the vehicle in the installation of ballistic glass. First of all, I'm going to show you a typical side glass. A side glass, first of all, has a glass portion, ours does, and then we have the polycarbonate portion that goes to the inside. This is bonded, and these are just pieces. This is not what the final product looks like, okay? Now, your glass here is thicker than normal glass, but this goes inside of the track. This goes up and down in the door mechanism. It's designed to go in there. Now, it requires a little bit of alteration, which we're going to get to in another video for the side glass. The polycarbonate sits to the inside of the track. You see the edge there? This is the track where it goes up and down. The polycarbonate has to sit to the inside of that so that the glass can go up and down and provides the ballistic protection that you need. But together, both of these are very thick glass. In the same way that the side glass works, so does the windshield. I'm showing the side glass because it's easier to understand that concept. Let's take a look at the windshield. This is a sample windshield that we have, and if you notice, this is the main portion of it, and this is the portion that sits to the inside of the frame. Your windshield is going to have a frame on the front of the vehicle, and this glass is going to lay in that frame. When it lays in there, this is the part that is glued in there, and this part fits to the inside. With all these obstructions that you might have here, let's talk about the difference between an ISBI armored glass and an armored glass for another vehicle. First of all, the other vehicle is designed to be installed by professional armorers. There's a lot of time that they're going to be armoring the side, the pillars, and a lot of times they will not be using the trim. They'll be cutting the dashboard, they'll be cutting the trim up here, the side pillars, and they may be armoring or putting overlaps, pieces of overlaps in the vehicle in order to get it in there. That takes a lot of time. Our glass is not designed that way. Another thing is, our glass will not go down as deep into the dashboard as other glass. And the reason is so that your upfitter does not have to cut the dashboard. This glass is designed to fit. It's designed to lay in there and fit with very little modification. What are the modifications? Well, along the top, very often, we allow a little bit of space here so that you can run cables. But if you have a camera cable, radar antenna cable, or something like that, it should be able to go through the trim. However, you might have to cut a piece of notch in the trim so that you can pass the cables that way. Down here on the dashboard, it shouldn't be a problem. Usually there's enough space for cables. There again, just a little notch at worst, and then you can run the cables through the dash. But along here and along here, the trim is designed to fit almost flush with the glass. We have a little bit of clearance, but it should be enough to allow anything to pass by, any cables that you might have. The rain sensors off the original glass, you're going to pull those sensors off and you're going to re-glue them to the location. We have all the appropriate holes, viewpoints where they can see through the glass. It's all located up here, and it should mount very easy. And we have specific videos that go into greater detail than what I'm going to be discussing today. All this equipment is designed to function through the thick glass, whether you're running radar, video camera, rain sensors, anything you might have, it's designed to work through there. The only thing is, on certain brands of vehicles, but we've not found it to be the case in law enforcement, you may have to go to the dealership and recalibrate your equipment. That's something that we don't do, nor the upfitters. That's something that you have to do at the dealership to take your vehicle in and have it recalibrated. But we've not found any law enforcement vehicles in North America models which require that modification. Let's take a look at the installation of the glass. As you see, the glass is a lot thicker. It's a lot heavier than normal glass. A typical windshield for an armored vehicle, a patrol vehicle, is going to weigh about 135 pounds to 150 pounds, depending on whether we're talking about the car glass or an SUV or a pickup. There is a little bit of a difference there in the amount of glass that you have. That is going to be heavier. Glass, when it goes into the vehicle, is designed just to lay in there. Now, one of the differences between armored glass and ISBI glass for law enforcement is armored glass is very thick and it's not designed to bend. It does not give hardly any at all. Our glass will give just a little bit. Regular glass that came with the auto gives quite a bit. It has a lot of tolerances. Glass has to give a little bit because as you hit bumps and potholes and things in the road, you cannot transfer that energy up to the glass or it'll snap your glass. You'll develop a big crack. When our glass comes to you, it may be off just a little bit. You can test the glass. We're going to show you how to do that. It'll lay in there and it'll be elevated on both sides. We're going to show you right here in some of the pictures how it's elevated. What you have to do is, in the process of installing the glass, you're going to lay it in place. You're going to have urethane in place and you're going to lay it in there, and it's going to require a little bit of adjustment to get the glass in there and to get it to set. What we do in order to get it to set, we're going to show you several things. First of all, we are partnering with companies in the United States that manufacture devices that's designed to install the glass. One of them in particular is developing a product which is going to be designed to handle glass that weighs 150 to 200 pounds, ballistic glass. In the years past, traditionally what we've done is when we've installed the glass, we've had a strap that goes across the glass and down inside the car, and you strap the glass in place. You might have one on the top and one on the bottom. You'll have suction cups that you can hold the glass to the top, to the roof, or you'll have tape. There's a lot of different ways depending on which school you go to for the glass installation. Another way of doing it is we have a bar that goes across the top, and these bars are available. We manufacture them here at ISBI. We also manufacture the strap. We have a specific strap so that you don't give too much force on it, because if you give too much force, you'll snap the glass. That's something that we don't want to do. So you have your glass in place. You have the glue around it. Everything's good. It's strapped down, whether you're using the bar or whether you're using the strap design. You have it strapped down on the top and on the bottom. It's in place. It's dried. Depending on the urethane manufacturer's recommendations, whether it's one that's quick set or if it's one that takes a while. Now what you want to do is just let it sit there until it's done. Then you want to run the urethane around the edge. And that's to glue it in better, and that's to make sure it seals anywhere around the edge, that it's not open anywhere where water's going to leak in or where you're going to have an air leak or something like that. That is basically the installation of the glass. Now I want to go over some of the things that we offer here at ISBI Armory to help you install the glass. This is a device that allows you to roll it underneath the car, okay, and it could transport several pieces of glass. Now, if you're doing several cars, this is great, but if you're going to mix them up, you might be careful because the glass has different curvatures and it might break the adjacent glass to it. So you can bring this over to the car, you slide it underneath the car, and you put the glass on top, and then you just slide the glass with the suction cups or the bars, and you bring it over to the car, and it's a system which two people can do and install the glass. That's basically the installation of the ISBI ballistic glass in a North American police vehicle. We're going to do videos on every particular vehicle. We're going to show you the installation. This is just a beginner's guide. If you have any questions, feel free to call me. Place my phone number at the end. I'll also have my email. I travel between Bogota, Colombia, where our factory is at, and also the United States, San Antonio, Texas, and I'm available for conferences on installation of the glass, conferences on how to armor vehicles. Just give me a call. Thank you for viewing.